To say I've been horsing around is a bit of an understatement. uh, do I have a problem? Maybe. Let's just say, after all of the breeding from the last time, I started editing the video, and I was just out here breeding up for the black horses and the white horses, which I don't actually have a set of white horses over here. That's fine, because I think the white horses over here are really good, so I should be able to get a pair. But I was breeding up for the black horses, and I got these gray horses, and then out of the gray horses I just started getting all of the colors and patterns, and then it just steamrolled from there. And then Benji was also helping to breed some of the horses while they were trying to get some good ones for themselves as well. And then this happened. And then so I was like, in one of the episodes, I was like, I don't know what I'm going to be doing for episode 3, and now we're going to be building some stables for a little bitty shop for the horses. But before we can get into that, there's some other things that we need to talk about. Oh yeah, we got some kitties too. Look at the kitties. I just kept seeing them wander around, and originally we had these horses in holes, and they would just fall in there, and then I would just tame the kitties. So I have cats now too. Oh yeah, we finally got skeleton horses. That was fun. They suck. We can see some of their stats using mini HUD. I think 8 and 2 are just like their baseline. So, but these horses, 14 and 5, basically. 14 and 5. Yeah, we've got some really good ones. These ones over here are like, they're mine. And then these ones down here are going to be the ones that we use for our shop. We're going to breed them, and then we'll bring the babies in for the shop. And they're mostly all the same, about 14 and 5 abouts. There's some that are like 13. Yeah, this one's a 13. That one's a 14. There's some, I want to say the 5. Some of the black ones are lower, 14, 13. They might be lower in health than some of the other ones. So they might vary. So they're probably all going to be about the same price, I would say. It's kind of like a gag shop anyway, so I don't... It just kind of happened. Anywho, do I have... Did I leave an extra... I didn't leave an extra thing here. Let me head home, and then we'll talk about the elephant in the room, sort of. Well, you'll see when we get home. I think I talked about it in the last episode. We went and we got Warden and Skeleton Skulls. I was very excited about this. I said that much. I said that in the next episode I had something that I was very excited about showing, and very excited about editing, and very excited about sharing with everybody, and to stay tuned, and yada 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 yada. Yeah, well, tragedy struck, and I accidentally permanently deleted that footage. After every episode, I go through and I clean out my folders so everything's nice and neat, and I don't have to go searching for everything. And yeah, I found the footage, and I marked the footage, or I thought I marked the footage, but I marked the wrong footage, and I deleted it. And it is what it is. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Yep. Yeah, so we did, we had a couple of extra skeleton skulls. I think I'm going to put them in here. We're going to decorate. I was going to put a wither skull in here, but this is going to be a little bit hard to get right away. So we're going to put one in here, And then maybe we'll put one upstairs. Upstairs somewhere. Hello, sir. Let's see. Maybe we put put it somewhere where like it can't be regularly seen. There we go. There we go. Alright, take this off. Put this on. So yeah, I was gonna show that off before we got to building the horse stables. I don't think I have this color. Excuse me. Please do not run away. It did not drop its head. What do you have? I have enough of your heads. You may survive. Oh, I want the mini pumpkin. I don't know if I have a pumpkin. So yeah, we will do more Warden shenanigans later. This episode might be a little short one, which is perfectly fine because I will probably be giving you 2 episodes this week to get you all caught up on things. I have been doing a tiny bit of terraforming out here. I need to regrow some trees, but I've been giving some people some space to put some potential builds. I need to not clear, but fill in this hole. Well, not fill in, but, I'll probably do a nomad hole. I'm going to put 2. I'm going to make it 2 this time so that I don't yeet block into the void, even though that was hilarious. Yeah. Our stables is going to go right here, though. So I think I'm done collecting materials. I just need to convert materials. So I need to get some strip logs. I need to get some planks. I kind of want to keep this pond here, but I kind of want to make it up a little bit more, if that makes sense. And kind of tie it in with the build, maybe. That would be kind of fun. But maybe not, because, we could have a path that comes out over here and maybe connects over to Bella's little starter base over there, and could also maybe wrap around, and down the line we could get a proper bridge or something to get over to this island. And then out over there we have a portal up to the roof now, which also ties into this build, because there is hello, can I press a button? There's a little something that goes with this build that is a little creepy. Something's a little amiss with the horse stables. So let's you know what? I'm gonna try something new this time. And y'all tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Or maybe we don't try something new. I don't know this time. You never know with me. I change things on a whim. Who knows? This could be a time lapse. This could not be a time lapse. This could who knows? Abracadabra. Find out next time. Looking at the information on Grim Hollow, I just needed to go a little further north. While not too far, I've traveled enough on foot. It was time to get a mount. The locals pointed me out to the Briar Brothers, twins who ran what I thought was just stables at first. Entering the barn, I noticed a door to another building in the back, and heavy chops echoing off stone walls. A butcher, an odd choice for a group venture. I can smell the rot here too, and fungus. It's thick, and I resist the urge to pull my shawl over my nose. I see the shadow of the large butcher in the doorway, and hear his low, happy hum coming from him as he works. I spot a bit of the meat. It looks normal, but looks can be deceiving. A constant drip from the rafters pulls my attention to the corner of the barn. It's too dark to see if it's water or something else, but I gaze upwards into the darkened rafters. I squint, trying to adjust my eyes. Something hangs off the edge. I swear it's a... No, never mind. I dare not even write the words. I break my eyes away from it and am met with a large, grinning stableman. He asks what I'm looking for. I ask uneasily about a horse, and he brings me back outside to look at them. Surprisingly, the horses look well taken care of, but they're skittish. They fidget and watch us with wide eyes. There's a flicker of movement behind us as a second brother approaches. It makes a few of them rear back, snorting and huffing. They edge away to the back wall. There's a beautiful black mare in the group. She's calmer than the rest. She's seen the horrors and accepted them. She'll do well as my companion. If she can handle what she's seen the brothers do, she can handle seeing what I've seen. I pay the stableman reluctantly and take my new horse. I gather my things and get ready for the night here. In the morning, we head to the north. And this is our completed creepy horse stables. I've got the horses out here from better or best, better, still really good. These guys are 8 diamonds. I really couldn't, because they're still, I mean, this is just mostly just poor health, honestly. These guys have 3 and 4 health, but just, I think they're 13s and 5 jumpers, though. And this guy is almost a 14 and a 5, a 14 and almost a 5. So, yeah, it's kind of hard to figure out what to price them at. Inside, I have my super ride on. Inside I have custom available. Basically just fill out the pages here on this side. All custom horses are 20 diamonds, unless you want an actual custom horse skin. Those are to be determined through discussion, depending on what you want. For example, I did make one for skeleton horses, because at the beginning we talked about how skeleton horses suck. So I have a couple of name tags ready for skeleton horses. I don't have any plans to use it right now. Maybe we'll do some neat little lore things with it later. But we've got our nice little black horse over there. And then our butcher shop, which I changed the front up here a little bit. I made the leather a little bit bigger, but I like this view right here. Looking into the window, I don't know, it looks a little ominous. It's another viewpoint that I really like looking into. We have the pork farm up. I don't know if I showed any of me working on that. I think I just did that on my own. I can show you a bit of what that looks like. I'm pretty sure I probably have. I can slip that in. Boof, right here. Boof. There it is. That's a farm by big booty 17. I'll put a link down below. I'll probably have a couple more of his farms. I think there's a treat farm that I'm gonna be using from him too. It gets leather too, so that's 1 diamond for 32. These guys are 1 diamond for 2 stacks because I get so much of it. So much of it. Like, I know I didn't fill these barrels up. I don't know why I didn't. I just didn't, because I didn't really think anybody would really buy any. Like, this was just like a kind of like a gag shop, I guess. Because I was like, what can I build? I want to build something else before I leave spawn. And I was just like, man, I got all those horses. And then I was like, how can I make it creepy? And I mean, well, duh. I destroyed a lot of horses' lives. Of course I make a butcher shop attached to horse stables. Oh my god, that horse's head's sticking out. Oh, okay. So yeah, if somebody wants to make like another meat shop or something like that, food shop, just go ahead, like have at it. I don't think anybody like laid claim to any of that stuff. But I don't. I do not really care. This is all just for looks, for a story. I will keep up on the horses. I will continuously restock this and bring more horses over and stuff like that. This is the main shop is the horses. I already kind of mentioned that I will do mobs this season as well. I might do them a little bit differently this season. I haven't decided that yet. But this part of the shop is more just kind of like hee little lore bit. Oh, did that just it like so yeah, I got more pork chops in here. I got more leather, and I have a ton of eggs. So it's 1 diamond for 4. And I have more where that came from. So, and I'm gonna try to get all 3 of the different eggs, and I'll probably try to get those stocked in here somehow as well. Maybe I'll put a couple more barrels over here. Or maybe some up along here, something like that. But yeah, that is the build. Tell me what y'all think about it. I do also like the top area of the barn, you know, my little I couldn't get this really dark enough that, you know, you couldn't tell that that's water in there. I think I'm too far away to see the dripping. But yeah, it's still creepy enough, you know. I think you can still kind of see that there's a head when you're in here. Yep. You can see a couple heads when you can definitely see that head sticking. You can definitely see that head when you're sticking in. I should probably put this in there, but it's not a big deal to just come in here. I'm trying to keep the light levels down, and this provides light. Hello, can I get out of this? Thank you. This provides light, so I don't want to put this in here as well. But yeah. Oh, I did put a little, you know, like infected bit in the back as well, with a tiny mushroom growing, because we talked about fungus. And I didn't want it to be exactly the same as over there, like that. We talked about the sulfur smell. This is like a weird fungus is growing. So, yeah. Yeah. So, and now it is time to go to where our main base is going to be. I think it's time to head that way. And as we head that way, I wanted to talk a little bit about some plans. And the main plan is roads. A big goal of mine is I want to make roads everywhere. I don't want to use Elytra super duper much this season. Not right away. I love the Elytra. It's great. But you just start kind of getting dependent on it, and you stop using horses, you stop using your feet. I have all these horses now, and there it goes. Let me back on. I don't know how to get on a horse without... Okay. Yeah, you know, also, Benji, one of our members on the server, is not using portals at the moment. And I mean, that's fine. I think they're gonna be able to use Elytras, but I know they're taking it slow, so I don't think they're gonna be using Elytras very soon. I just think it would be neat to have paths. It would be neat. And I'm stuck. And this is part of the reason why I want pins. Because I don't want to get stuck. But that would help him out. And it would help me out. I am probably going to get an Elytra soon. And at least to kind of help me with some of the things around the base, with the building and stuff. But also, Happy Gas will help with building. And I'm going to be getting one of those soon. I think next episode. Yeah. Next episode we can get a little happy guest. It'll be super easy. It'll be super easy side quest. But welcome to the future site of Grim Hollow. We're super close. I originally thought we were further out, but we are very, very close. This whole little bit here is going to be where we're building. Isn't it beautiful? Especially this right here. This is going to be probably a later build here, but we'll be working here at this village. We'll be working around the area a little bit. I think I've spoken a little bit about, it's going to be kind of a little bit of a mixture of like medieval, a little cabins, maybe even a little bit of Victorian-ish, Gothic, a little, whatever I'm feeling. It's going to be whatever. Oh, my goodness gracious. If I could learn how to use my buttons. Hello, come back here. We're gonna come over here. We've already been out here. Come on. I've saved a couple of the villagers because I didn't want to lose some of the villagers. That's another thing that we can use that pork chop farm for, is some emeralds. So we're gonna get some raw pork chops and early trade with villagers. Let's see. Let's wrap this up here. What's another thing? Another idea. Another thing that I talked about was that we talked about farms. And we were going to put them under the ground and then build a building on top of it that referred to the farm. But I don't think we're going to do that this time. No. I think we are going to go out that early direction, or maybe that early direction, or I don't know, somewhere where people aren't at. And we're going to have an industrial area. And instead, we're going to keep the underground area for a dungeon. I know I said that I've been watching a lot of Misadventures. And I saw the new latest dungeon that Lizzie made. And it's inspiring me. And I want to make a big kind of dungeon-esque area underneath Grim Hollow. So Grim Hollow is going to be spooky, and then there's going to be a spooky bit underneath. And so it's going to have a mixture of like kind of decked out misadventure dungeon feel to it, but it's probably not going to be like too interactable. It's going to be immersive. It's going to have maybe some like parkour areas. It might have some mobs that might chase you or something like that, or maybe some mobs that might, like skeletons that might do arrows at you, or what's those dudes with the tridents? Yeah, trident guys that might toss tridents at you, or maybe even some evokers or something like that. But it's not going to be something super complicated, and it will still kind of rely on the themes of the different areas that I have planned for here. So, we kind of talked a little bit about like a tree farm area. Instead, underneath where that would have been, maybe that would just be, I don't know, something that kind of gives like sawmill vibes. I don't know how we can do that, but we'll figure it out some way. I will give you a little spoiler. The big main build, my base basically, is gonna be kind of laboratory, kind of Frankenstein vibe, sort of, kind of. Like his would have been like in the top of his building, right? Mine's gonna be in the bottom. So that'll be underneath. And then maybe in the city or in the town. It won't be really a city, but in the town, I was thinking maybe there might be like some, I don't know, maybe like some demons summoning circles underneath there or something. Or some zombies, or I don't know. We got a lot of different stuff that we can do. A lot of different stuff. So I'm super excited. Okay, so next episode, we're definitely going to get a gas because we're going to need that for building. And we're probably going to work on some farms. So we'll need to pick out a good place to do some of those farms. And maybe we'll get into some more shenanigans. Because shenanigans sound like fun. But we'll see what happens. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you guys next time. Oh, we need a name for the horse. Something, something that vibes with us. What y'all think? Bye.